Augusta National Golf Club. The autumn sun casts long shadows across its manicured fairways. For one unprecedented year, when much of the world was shuttered and safeguards put in place due to the COVID pandemic, the Masters Tournament was moved to November. A Masters Tournament unlike any other, yet just as momentous. This year, there will be no patrons, no roaring crowd at 18. Tiger Woods and the world's best golfers will be playing their game a cappella. This is the story of the 2020 Masters. It's been 575 days since Tiger Woods slipped on his 5th green jacket. The quest for a 6th can finally begin.
It's not how I wanted to retain the jacket for this long. Obviously, this has been an unprecedented circumstance we're all dealing with. Well, expect to contend? Yes, I do.
Winner of the 2020 U.S. Open, long-hitting Bryson DeChambeau may be playing approach shots from places no one could have imagined.
So, you want it specifically the par 5s or?
Yeah, or some of the par 4s.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, number 1, if I hit it in the fairway, I can have a 70-yard, 60-yard shot. 2, I think I had 7-iron in the other day. 3, I can get to the green. 10, it's a 9-iron. 13, I had pitching wedge in. 14, nothing crazy, it was into the wind. 15, 8-iron. As much as I can gain an advantage off the tee, it always comes down to making the putts at the end of the day.
Runner-up a year ago, world number 1 Dustin Johnson has always had eyes on his favorite tournament.
Growing up as a kid, being, only about an hour away from here. So, on the putting green and hitting chips or putts, it was always to win the Masters, and it was what we dreamed about winning.
Rory McIlroy comes into this year's Masters as he has the past 5, looking to complete his career Grand Slam.
There's a lot of great people that have played this game that have never won a green jacket, so it's not a foregone conclusion, and I know that. So I have to go out and earn it and play good golf. And I think nowadays, with how many great players there are, I need to play my very best golf to have a chance.
World number 2, Jon Rahm of Spain, is still looking for his first major. Perhaps some advice from fellow countryman and 2-time Masters champion Jose Maria Olazabal will lead to a green jacket of his own. 2017 PGA champion Justin Thomas looks for his 2nd major. Brooks Koepka finished 2nd to Tiger in 2019. He's back and he's healthy. Will this be his year? Or will it be Xander Schauffele's? He led the field in birdies while also finishing 2nd a year ago. A record 26 players are making their first appearance at the Masters, including the winner of this year's first major, the PGA Championship, 23-year-old Colin Morikawa. 21-year-old Matthew Wolff was runner-up in this year's U.S. Open. He hopes to keep his major momentum going. Playing in his 28th Masters, 50-year-old Phil Mickelson seeks to become the tournament's oldest winner in his pursuit of a 4th green jacket. Before the tension of competition begins, there is time to enjoy the moments of a practice round and take in the fall splendor.
To be here at Augusta, it's special. Obviously not the time of year that we're used to, but we're here and the Masters is going to go on. it never gets old showing up here.
It was nice for all of us to come out here today and play a fun round, but also take a look at what the course has given us and what it looks like. But you know, come Thursday, we'll be used to it hopefully and ready to go.
The traditional par 3 contest held on the Wednesday before tournament play was canceled this year. But that didn't stop the players from partaking in other traditions. On his 26th birthday, John Rahm at the 16th, the par 3.
Yeah, pretty nice birthday present. Can't complain. Hit my normal tee shot to 2 feet and then skipped it and made it. Which the craziest thing is the second hole-in-one of the week.
He had a more traditional ace at the 4th hole just a day earlier. The annual Champions Dinner took place that evening at the Augusta National Clubhouse. As is tradition, the previous year's champion chooses the menu and hosts his fellow members. For the 5th time, those duties were performed by Tiger Woods. It was a night filled with memories and the chance to share stories among the gathering of champions. Earlier in the week, a special message from the chairman.
I'm here today to share some exciting news honoring a wonderful man. Lee Elder was, of course, the first black man to play in the Masters tournament. At age 40, playing in the 39th Masters, Lee delivered a simple but strong message that resonated throughout the world. That message was unequivocal. I belong.
My dream was to really come and compete against all the greats that I had watched over the years. I wanted to be a part of that. That's what drove me to work hard and get that chance to be a part of such a great game.
Augusta National will endow a new golf scholarship in Lee's name at Payne College, located in Augusta, Georgia. In addition, they will provide resources for the creation of a new women's golf team.
It afforded the young person a chance to get an education and also work at golf. This is a scholarship that's going to be not only for the young man, but for the young lady also.
The Augusta National has supported Payne College through scholarships for about 20 or so years now, and we are partners. Most of our students receive some sort of financial aid, so the scholarship dollars are really helpful to them.
Lee Elder will get to tee it up again at the Masters as he's accepted the chairman's special invitation to join the honorary starter ceremony in April 2021.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 Masters. Joining me this morning are two of the greatest golfers the game has ever known. First on the tee, from South Africa, please welcome Mr. Gary Player. Next on the tee, our winningest Masters champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jack Nicklaus. Jack, play away, please.
Oh, that's a hard choice. Put me back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2020 Masters is underway. Please enjoy the tournament.
The opening round began under ominous conditions, and with the shortened fall days, players would be teeing off both sides. First off the first, 2009 U.S. Open champion Lucas Glover. Off the 10th, 1988 Masters champion Sandy Lyle. The first power group was set to start their round on 10 when the skies inevitably opened up. After a 3-hour delay, the sun peaked and play resumed. Bryson DeChambeau starts his Masters with a 3-wood. 327 yards. A missed opportunity that would become a theme. A chance to use driver at the par 5 13th, only to find trouble to the right. And then to the left. A double bogey 7, 2 over early in his round.
Please, Tiger Woods now driving.
The titled defense officially begins. Playing alongside the 2019 Masters champion is the 2019 U.S. Amateur champion, 22-year-old Andy Ogletree. After some early nerves, his second at the par 5 15th. His third at the par 5 8th. A respectable first round 73.
It was definitely a special day. I mean, you grow up idolizing Tiger and watching pretty much every time he's in contention. I was watching growing up, so just to be with him was awesome. And you know, I'm sure I'll have a lot of pictures from today, and I mean, I'll definitely remember this day forever.
Another of the 6 amateurs in the field, the first international winner of the U.S. Mid-Amateur Championship, Australian Lucas Michel, with his signature moment at the 12th. He opened with a 76. At the age of 62, 1987 Masters champion Larry Mize for birdie at 4. 2 under, 70, his best round at Augusta in 11 years. 47-year-old Lee Westwood, competing in his 19th Masters, made the difficult par 4 5th look quite easy. One of only 2 birdies at that hole all day. 5 under on his first 9. He would finish with an opening round 68. Webb Simpson with his third at the first. A bogey-free round of 67. Tony Finau appeared to be the only one with eyes on his up and down bunker shot at 15. An eagle in an up and down round of 69. (2018) Masters champion Patrick Reed from under the pines at 9.
Go hard. Go.
Eight birdies, 4 bogeys, and a round of 68. playing alongside Paul Casey, who last year opened his Masters with an 81. This year, with shots like this into the par 5 second. A 7-under 65 for a share of the lead.
For me, this is just a joy to be on this golf course. I miss the patrons, I miss the fans. I'd love if they were here. But I've put a lot of work, a lot of hard work in a short amount of time to try to play this golf course well, and it paid off today with the score I shot.
Xander Schauffele's approach at the par 4 11th. A year ago, he was a runner-up to Tiger Woods with 7 birdies in his final round. That birdie at 18 gave him 7 for this year's opening round. Jon Rahm with his approach shot to the par 5 second. Leading to an eagle for the Spaniard in a round of 69. Looking to turn his fortunes around, Bryson DeChambeau birdied his final 2 holes for a 2-under par 70.
This golf course, as much as I'm trying to attack it, it can bite back. It's still Augusta National and it's the Masters. It's an amazing test of golf no matter what way you play it.
Tiger Woods came to the scene of some of his most memorable shots, the par 3 16th. Making the turn, a chance for his 4th and final birdie of the day. A 68 to tie his career low for an opening round at the Masters, his first bogey-free round in any major since 2009.
I did everything well today. There's nothing that I felt like I did poorly. And this is the first round of the Masters. As I said earlier this week, we didn't look like we were going to play this event. And now to have this opportunity again to be able to play it, it was awesome to be out there.
On the other side of Augusta National, Phil Mickelson was having a solid round. His approach at 9. Three-under par 69 to open his tournament. 2013 Masters champion Adam Scott at the same hole. His 4th birdie to start his round. He would finish with a 70. Dustin Johnson had to wait until 3 in the afternoon to get his Masters underway. And it was worth the wait. His 2nd at 2. That would lead to an eagle. Daylight may have been fading, but not Justin Thomas. At the 5th, pursuing his 4th birdie in his first 5 holes. Only the inevitable sunset could slow him down. He would complete 10 holes at 5 under par. In all, 44 players were still on the course when play was suspended due to darkness. Friday the 13th started off less gloomy than the day before. 2-time Masters champion Bernhard Langer showed that at the age of 63, he could still master this course. He would finish with a first round of 68, his lowest score at Augusta in 20 years. Brooks Koepka still had 8 holes to finish on his opening round. A near eagle at 13, but he would go on to make par. His second at the par 5 15th. This one, he would make for eagle. Rory McIlroy came to the 16th, 2 over par.
That's so bad.
He ended his opening round with a disappointing 75. Korea's Sungjae Im with his third at the 10th. His third birdie in a row and an opening round of 66. Twice runner-up Justin Rose missed the cut last year for the first time in his Masters career. At the 12th. Five under 67 to open his tournament. South African Dylan Fratelli for birdie at the 6th. 7 under 65 in only his second Masters. Dustin Johnson had the second 9 to finish up Friday morning for birdie at 12. His tee shot at 16. A closing birdie at the 18th. And a tidy round of 65 that puts him in a 3-way tie after 18 holes of play. "26 minutes after finishing round 1, co-leader Dustin Johnson steps up to the 10th tee for round 2 and immediately goes to work. At 11. At 12. At 13. The birdies at Amen Corner give him a quick 3-shot lead. Phil Mickelson is enjoying his walk down the fairways. His approach at 10. He likes where his game is heading into the weekend.
Awesome. Driving it like a stallion.
First-time Masters participant Abraham Answer found the answer at 6. A share of the lead after 2 rounds. Over at 9, Justin Thomas. A sign of approval from his father and coach, Mike. 9 under par at the halfway point. Cameron Smith of Australia made his presence known from down under. His second at the 15th.
Be good. Please be good this one.
That led to an easy eagle. And then for birdie at 18. to go 5 under on his last 4 holes, and he too is 9 under after 2 rounds. 2016 Masters champion Danny Willett hasn't made the cut since. This for a long birdie at 17. A 66, and he will play the weekend in contention. Amateur John Augenstein wasn't just looking to make the cut. His approach at 17. Near the top of the leaderboard at 6 under, but he would finish at 3. Sebastian Munoz making a move at the 18th. 6 under total for the tournament. Rory McIlroy bounced back from an opening 75, his 3rd at the par 5 8th. 9 shots better than the opening round, a bogey-free 66. Bryson DeChambeau didn't know it at the time, but he was about to have quite an adventurous day. His tee shot at 3. A lost ball that would send him back to the tee, and a triple bogey 7. Over at the 10th, Hideki Matsuyama with his approach. He made birdie to start his second 9. Tiger Woods from the bunker at the 2nd. Tap-in birdie early in his round, but the late start would only get him through 10 holes. The race to beat the sun, Rahm at the 12th. His 3rd at 13. He would have to sleep on that birdie putt. 48 players were still on the course when play was suspended. "14 hours later, Jon Rahm was back at 13 for birdie. Off the green at 15. A par save, and he would finish his second round with a 66 and a share of the lead. 2018 Open champion Shane Lowry at the par 4 14th.
Well, I said it's probably the second best chip that I've ever seen on this course. His on 16 was a little better, but under the circumstances, that's what I said to him walking up 15.
Tiger Woods at 15. 5 under after 2 rounds. 2015 Masters champion Jordan Spieth needed to hole a 15-foot par at the 18th to make the cut. On the number, even par for the tournament. After 36 holes, 5 players were tied for the lead. The break between rounds provides longtime landscape photographer Martin Miller a chance to capture the fall colors of Augusta National.
Amen corner. There's so much depth. There's everything that a photographer wants. Color, structure, it's got everything. In spring, there's so much more light underneath the trees. In a situation like this where I need the sun to illuminate it. In the spring, I have the flowers to illuminate it. And to me, this is the classic shot. the place that everybody wants to stand, the photograph that everybody wants to take. It's just a matter of the sunshine now, and we've got a great shot. You just have a sense that if you wait, it'll be worthwhile. Just need some light. Now that's good. What a place. I think today we're going to have one of the greatest, most beautiful days that you could ever dream of at a Masters, despite the fact that it's in November. You can feel the enthusiasm building amongst the players. Man, it's going to be a great tournament.
The third round, officially moving day at the Masters, begins at 10:30 on Saturday morning, with everyone happy to have made the cut and happy to have the tournament back on schedule. There are 5 players sharing the lead, including Mexico's Abraham Ancer.
What was it like to receive that invitation in the mail that you were invited to play in your first Masters?
It was awesome. I actually have it framed in my house, so it's right there in my living room, and it's something that I dreamt since I was a little kid to play here.
Justin Thomas is trying to forget some of his Masters memories.
It's taken me a little bit to get over, I guess, maybe the fear of Augusta National. It's going to play different every year. You can make so many birdies out here if you have control of your golf ball. The greens are so good if you get in the right spots, you can make it from everywhere.
27-year-old Aussie Cameron Smith looking comfortable with a share of the lead at 36 holes.
I just like being tested, I guess. I feel like my game is best when I have to think a lot and hit the right shots. It's obviously good to be in contention on a weekend.
John Rahm finds himself paired with Dustin Johnson and tied for the lead in a major for the first time.
The fact that it's the last event of the year that a lot of us are going to play, I think it's a big factor. It's the last major of the year. We all want to finish the year in style and strong. I'm just thankful I'm playing good this year.
That's a position that Dustin Johnson is all too familiar with.
Keep swinging like I am. I like where I'm at. I like my position heading into the weekend.
He got off to a quick start. His second at the par 5 second hole, a 5-iron from 222 yards. For birdie at 3. And another at 4. 4 under on his first 4 holes. Ricky Fowler at the 7th hole. It added up to a birdie 3. Hideki Matsuyama with a long putt at 6. He would finish where he started, at 8 under par. Justin Thomas was hanging in. His birdie at 6 moved him into second place. Abraham Ancer's second at 7. He too moves into second place. Cameron Smith tried to keep pace, but the birdies weren't as easy for him to find. "12 straight pars to start his round. Patrick Reed began the day 1 back of the lead. By the end, his 71 left him 7 back. Dylan Fratelli at the 11th. A bogey-free round of 67.
I'm guessing DJ's still making birdies out there, so why not go for it? I mean, there's going to be a few times in your career that you'll be in contention, so it's pointless laying up and trying to play for top 5 or something.
Sungjae Im made his move. His third at 11.
Can you believe it? Tied for second.
Dustin Johnson had it dialed in. Second at 7. The birdie gives him a 3-shot lead. John Rahm had his troubles at the par 5/8.
That thing didn't even get over the ground.
Oh, and I was just going to say, out of the rough, it's so easy to hit it. Has it gone under the bushes?
Yes.
Ay, ay, ay.
The resulting double bogey took him out of contention. On the other side of the course, Tiger Woods was hoping to find his way for par at 11. At the 12th, the first birdie on his card. A third round even par 72 on a long day.
I can walk all day. The hard part is bending and twisting. I think that's part of the game, though. If you have long days like this, I'm going to get a little bit sore, which I definitely am.
Phil Mickelson's day seemed just as long on many levels. His approach at the 15th. A third round 79. With each player allowed to bring one guest and one coach, it's nearly impossible for the players to not see their loved ones. This also gives the invited guests a rare front row seat. For the parents of amateur John Augenstein, who delayed turning pro to preserve his spot in the 2020 Masters, the experience has been emotional for the entire family.
It's hard to describe. I mean, I brought John here in 2009 to watch as a fan, and to think that I would be back here watching him, it's emotional.
I'm more relaxed today. You know, I wanted him to make the cut, and he did, and it's been a great week. It's just been amazing. It was just something he's worked so hard for. That's what's hard on me. We're both crying.
Rory McIlroy found himself in the pine needles at the 9th. He's quietly making a move up the leaderboard. In trouble at 12? The hole out gets him to 8 under, now only 5 back of the leader. Playing alongside Rory, the oldest player to make the cut in Masters history, Bernhard Langer at the 16th. 63 feet for birdie for the 63-year-old two-time Masters champion. Justin Thomas came to the 15th, only 4 off the lead. The resulting bogey dropped him 5 back. He would end the day with a 1 under 71. Cameron Smith was even on his day approaching the 13th. Three straight birdies, he finishes with a 69, 12 under for the tournament. Sungjae Im at 18. The birdie puts him in the final grouping at 12 under. Abraham Anser at the 16th. He'll be in the final group in his first Masters. Playing with a share or the outright lead all day, Dustin Johnson was having a stress-free round. From off the green at 18. A round of 7 under, 65.
Dustin, you find yourself in a familiar position with the 54-hole lead at a major, but you've yet to convert one of those for a win. What will it need to happen tomorrow to break that streak?
If I can play like I did today, I think it'll break that streak.
The first player in Masters history to shoot 2 rounds of 65 or better. Can anyone catch Dustin Johnson? What will it take to mount a Sunday charge? The answer is somewhere on the horizon. Dustin Johnson, through 54 holes, leads by 4. In a year unlike any other, a morning of the final round of the Masters, unlike any other. Instead of patrons filling the grandstands, there is silence as an eerie fog blankets the property. The monochrome landscape pierced by a most familiar color. A solitary image of a defending champion, an almost impossible moment, alone, preparing for his final round. He's not the only one hoping for a miraculous Sunday to challenge Dustin Johnson. Early indications show there are low scores out there. Lee Westwood at the first. Tiger Woods at the second. Bryson DeChambeau at his 4th hole, the 13th. There were no roars echoing from the grounds to forewarn Dustin Johnson and his 4-stroke lead. Only a solitary walk as he begins his journey to the green jacket.
4, please. Dustin Johnson now driving.
In the group ahead, Cameron Smith's 3rd at 2. He would make birdie. At the 3rd.
Just might have someone that's prepared to take up the challenge today. Great start. Birdies at 2 and 3 and only 2 behind.
Dustin Johnson at the 2nd with his 3rd. A missed opportunity as he goes on to make par. Playing alongside Sungjae Im. He will make birdie and trails by 3. Looking to get his round going. Now Dustin Johnson at the 3rd. A solid drive, a delicate pitch, and a smooth 12-foot birdie his first of the day, up by 3 over Smith. At the 4th for par, he gives it right back. Up ahead, Rory McIlroy for birdie at 6. Does he have a Sunday charge in him? He reaches double figures. Dustin Johnson for par at the 5th.
A little weak again, a hair weak.
And the lead is 1.
Over to the 8th, and McIlroy for eagle.
This will really pick up speed here. Lovely touch. Looked good for a long way, didn't it?
The birdie will get him to 11 under.
When I birdied the 8th hole and I got to 11, I saw DJ had dropped to 15, and I thought maybe there's a chance. But Dustin's just playing such solid golf. You know, it was probably wishful thinking on my part.
With the lead now down to 1 over Sungjae Im, a chance for a bounce-back birdie at the 6th. The lead is back to 2. But not for long. Im bogeys, and the lead is 3 again.
I kind of looked at the leaderboard a little bit early, and then after that, I told myself, don't worry about what anybody's doing. Just, play as good as you can.
Cameron Smith with his second through the trees at 7.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
Really remarkable. What a shot.
An improbable birdie, and he's now 2 back. It was a challenging day for one member of the final group. Abraham Answers, 3rd at 8. The only highlight of his day. Dustin Johnson at the same hole. He widens his lead to 3. Cameron Smith off the fairway again, this time at 9.
And he's going to get away with it. If it kicks, he has done it again.
This could be really good.
That is unbelievable. 2 unbelievable shots, 7 and 9.
I had no idea where it landed. I was aiming kind of maybe 10 feet right of that, and I thought it would push it out right, and it pushed it out left. So a good break there, but you got to have some take the good with the bad.
The birdie got him to within 2 of the lead. A year ago, the 12th hole proved pivotal for Tiger Woods. He was one of only 2 players in the final 2 groups to hit the green. Quite a different story today. A 10 on the card, the highest of his professional career. But being the true champion that he is, birdies on 5 of his final 6 holes.
I've hit a few too many shots than I wanted to today, and I will not have the chairman be putting the green jacket on me, so I'll be passing it on.
Someone joining him at the ceremony? amateur Andy Ogletree, who will win the title of low amateur with a final score of 2 under par.
And that will be a memory for the 2019 U.S. Amateur Champion. Back-to-back birdies in the final round.
It was an awesome week. I got to experience, everything the amateurs get to experience. I stayed in the crow's nest. I went to the amateur dinner. I think I'm going to end up winning low amateur. So kind of everything that you would want to do as an amateur, I've kind of accomplished.
At the difficult 11th, the start of Amen Corner, Cameron Smith has this putt for par. A bogey that slows his momentum, now falling 3 back of the leader. It was Dustin Johnson's time to play the toughest hole on the second 9, his third at 11, leading to a solid par save.
The up and down on 11 was probably the biggest up and downs for sure. And then hitting the green on 12. And after that, I felt like I could breathe a little bit.
Now, it was time to chase history. For birdie at 13. Gets him to 18 under, tying the mark set by Tiger Woods and Jordan Spieth. His second at 14. That birdie gets him to 19 under. The birdie at 15. And he's the first player to ever get to 20 under par at Augusta.
I played really solid, just kind of stayed within myself, hit the shots I knew I could hit. When I could be aggressive, I was. Made some really nice birdies on 13, 14, 15.
Cameron Smith at 18. A par would put him in the record books. He finishes at 15 under, the first player at the Masters with 4 rounds in the 60s.
Yeah, it would have been cool to do that and win. I'd take 15 under around here the rest of my career and I might win a couple.
All that stood between Dustin Johnson and the green jacket was the 18th hole.
I knew I could win before the day started. I peeked at the leaderboard a couple times early, but after that, I didn't look at the leaderboard again. Coming up 18, I go, AJ, how close is it? He said, you got a 5-shot lead.
The long-awaited Masters has a long-awaited champion in Dustin Johnson.
It's unbelievable having my brother on my back. I just love experiencing all these moments with him. I wouldn't want it any other way.
A victory walk off the 18th green.
I've been in the situation a bunch of times, only won one of them. So, all of them combined, they help. So I know how to handle myself. I kind of took anything that I could learn from any of those situations to help me succeed today.
Andy Ogletree receives the trophy as low amateur. 5-time Masters champion Tiger Woods welcomes the newest member. Dustin Johnson wins the tournament he grew up dreaming about.
if you could tell the younger you, don't worry, in 2020, Tiger Woods will be putting the green jacket on you for your second major as you grew up just an hour away from here. What would you tell him, and would you believe it?
I definitely wouldn't believe you, or wouldn't believe myself. You know, it's a dream come true. It's, you know, as a kid, you know, always dreamed about, you know, being a Masters champion.
It's okay.
It's hard to talk.
You've earned this right.
But, you know, it's just incredible, obviously, as you can tell.
An emotional and unforgettable Masters. Dustin Johnson, the 2020 Masters champion. Augusta National Golf Club thanks AT&T, IBM, and Mercedes-Benz for their